Just run 16Ks for the first time in my life. It's a big accomplishment for me. I feel like I've just been building up to this for a while, and I feel like the biggest thing about it was that I did it on a Monday. Monday's notoriously been a difficult day for me, just with that whole sort of routine life of having a big weekend and getting back into the same old crap again on the Monday's always been symbolic for me, and it's something that I've tried to change over time. This morning I kind of reverted back, and I'd had a tough weekend because one of my friends isn't going through a good time at the moment, so I'm sending positive vibes out his way. But I guess when one of the people that I love suffers, I feel like I suffer too, and I think that's probably the same for everyone, and I guess that's why I found it a bit tough this morning to get any motivation. But I sent my brother-in-law, who's my boss, a text and told him that I'd work from home in the morning and I'd had a tough weekend, and I might see him later on, I might come in later on. He was very understanding, but at the same time, 15 seconds later, I was in the shower, and then on my way out the door to work, I just decided I wasn't tired anyway. I was kind of laying there doing nothing except being miserable. So I headed in. I had a really good day at work, had a really productive day, then came home and sort of set out to run a long way and finished at the 16k mark, and thought this is the best way to start a week. And what did we learn during a 16k run? Well, a million things go through your head, but I think one thing that really stuck with me was I was thinking about Michael Jackson's song Beat It, and that's when the irony dawned on me that Michael Jackson died of a drug overdose. And when I was a kid, I idolised Michael Jackson. Everyone wanted one of those zipper jackets, the red zipper jackets from Thriller. There was this kid who used to be able to do the moonwalk at school, and I really envied that kid because he had everyone looking at him, and he also had a zipper jacket, which I didn't have. And I just thought to myself about how funny it was that when you compare yourself to people, you don't really look behind the scenes. All you kind of see is what they portray, what they portray out to the public. But Michael Jackson actually died quite a miserable man. He was kind of sucked in and spat out by the system, and I thought to myself, well, this is what happens when you compare yourself to people. You kind of get a bit of a surprise in the end, and perhaps you try and be try and sort of model your life around people that maybe aren't really doing that well anyway. But then I thought to myself about on Saturday how I'd just done a 5k run, and I just came in 2 seconds over my PB, so it was pretty good. But I was sitting there under the tree, and I was literally dying, just trying to suck in the breath, and really hurting, and literally couldn't talk or stand or speak. And I thought to myself, I kind of looked around at the other people who had finished the same run that I had done, the ones that beat me, and they weren't breathing hard or struggling. They were kind of just having a conversation. And I thought to myself, well, if you're there and you're not breathing hard, and here I am just about coughing up a freaking lung, that means that I just went way harder than you did. And I guess that's kind of a shitty thing too, so I'm comparing myself to people in a way that puts me in a positive light. And that's when I kind of thought to myself, comparing yourself to others is just a complete and utter waste of time. It's all smoke and mirrors anyway. You convince yourself whatever you want, but at the end of the day, it's only about the things that you achieve in your life that matter, the things you prioritise in your life that matter, and the things that you prioritise, and the sacrifices you make to make those priorities happen. That's all that really matters, and anyone else that's around, who gives a shit? Because all you're really seeing is what they're showing you. So I guess my lesson for today is don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to what you want to be, to the things that you care about most. For me, it's my family, my children, time with my children, and go from there. Hope that helps. Have a great day.